Hi, I'm Nick.
And I'm Carmen.
And this is our channel.
And today we're going to be giving you a review and a tour of an Airbnb where we're currently staying in Beach Lake, Pennsylvania. We also brought Oreo. Cats are not allowed in this house, but that she's a good kitten. And she is. And the name of the Airbnb, hon?
The Riverside.
The River House by Camp Caitlin. Oreo's.
Go ahead,
Oreo. You want to explore?
You want to explore?
So hope you enjoy. This is the River House by Camp Caitlin on Airbnb. When you arrive, you will see the stairs leading to the house. To the right of the house, you will see 4 parking spots. This is the view near the house. And that is the neighbor's house. I'm going to talk about that house more later on, so make sure you stick tuned to the end. And I'm just walking up the stairs so that I can begin to give you the tour, starting from the very top of the stairs. As we reach the property, you see that there are many steps to take before you reach the house. So my suggestion is to pack light or pack in a backpack, because if you pack in a suitcase like the one I did with wheels, you will need to carry it. But luckily I had Nicholas and he helped me with my bag. We have reached the bottom of the steps, and to your right you'll be able to see the parking spaces. Now we're heading to the front door, and here is the lock on the door. You need to put in the code to retrieve the key that's inside. You'll need to reserve your booking so that you can know the code. So this is what the key looks like. So make sure you attach it to your house keys or your car keys so that you don't lose it. When you enter the house, you're going to see several doors, but we're going to focus on the door to your right. As you enter, the door to your right is the first bedroom. It's a queen size bed with a dresser with plenty of storage if you choose to store your clothes in there. To the left on the wall, it's where you're going to control the heat. There's also a closet with plenty of storage, and she also provides 2 robes and some reading material. The view in this bedroom is the view of the parking spaces and the steps to get to the house. This room also has a ceiling fan. Now we're going to move on to the restroom. The restroom is to the left once you enter the house. That is the door to your left. Once you open it, you're going to see a nice cozy restroom with all the amenities you need. Vanity, mirror, sink, toilet, plenty of towels, and a stand-in shower. This shower provides an adjustable shower head unlike the little A. I will link that review up above. She also provides shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. We brought an Amazon box filled with cat litter for Oreo, and we placed it right in the restroom. Now we're going to head to the basement. So when you enter the house, the first door to the front of you will be the door to the basement, and the light is to the left. It's an unfinished basement with a lot of the things that you're going to need if you're going to do the outdoor activities. Caitlin provides 2 kayaks, about 4 or 3 tubes, a couple of beach chairs, and some life vests. I believe those propanes are for the grill that's on the deck, and there's also an extra fire extinguisher. This door leads to the half bath. This door allows you to take your kayaks to the river, and there are the steps that lead to the river. Also, the jacuzzi is to your right. And the wood that you will need to build a fire is to your left. It's right around the corner. Let's continue on with the inside of the house. We're going to open this door to our right, which leads to a closet. And the closet contains plenty of toys, the ironing board, and also some binoculars that Nicholas actually found, and he did use.
Closet, straight ahead. There's another one, but the left side ain't working.
Can you see, Scott?
Yeah, it's really good.
The bedroom closest to the closet is the master bedroom with a king-size bed, plenty of storage, and seating area. This was Oreo's favorite place to sleep, which was on top of Nicholas, and here I'm just giving her the rules and regulations of the Airbnb. In every corner of the house, you will find plants and reading material. This is a unique trademark of Camp Caitlin Airbnb locations. In the little A, she does have a lot of areas for you to sit and read different types of books based on the area, based on the house. So you have plenty of space to just sit back, relax, read a book from her library or anything that you choose to read. This closet also contains 2 robes and plenty of hangers. This night lamp had a little story behind it.
Look, sky.
When I was a kid.
What happens?
Especially Fetch right there. The real one.
They possess you.
So don't worry, the place is not haunted. There isn't a ghost. The light probably just has a short. This is the view from the master bedroom. Let's head on to the 3rd bedroom. This is the smallest room of the 3 with a twin-size bed, a nightstand, and plenty of storage in the closet. They also provide you with 1 robe because obviously only 1 person will fit in this room. Now let's move on to the living room area. The living room has plenty of seating area. Right next to this couch is a nice mirror and the wood burning fireplace. Caitlin and I have similar tastes because I have the same vase at home on my bookshelf. All the windows have window shades, but what I needed to do, wind the cord, because Oreo does love to play with string and cord. Caitlin does have a lot of potted plants in this property in addition to the little A, but some of them do need a little TLC. Let's move on to the entertainment section of the living room. So she provides you with a television, a record player with several records, and additional reading. I'm going to speak more on this section later on in the video, so make sure you stay till the end. Now let's move on to the kitchen. As you enter the kitchen, you will see the fire extinguisher, and to the left of the fire extinguisher, you'll see the remote control to regulate the temperature. She also provides you with water, and right next to the water is the trash can. One of the rules of staying in this Airbnb is ensuring that you throw away any leftovers. And the person that stayed here before us did leave some eggs in the refrigerator. And we all know how expensive the eggs are. So I'm sure they were like, we're not throwing these eggs away. We're just going to pay it forward. Thank you so much for those of you who left the eggs, but we didn't use it either. So the next person hopefully will enjoy those eggs. So one trick with the stove that you will need is a lighter to turn on the stove. We did find a lighter right next to the television and we did put it back. I did not cook while we were here. The only reason we used the stovetop was so that I can make some Dominican chocolate. If you want the recipe, I will link it below. Caitlin has the same coffee maker in the little A and it's very simple to make your daily coffee. They provide you with dishwashing liquid and hand soap, but not these treats. We brought these with us. So we're going to go very quickly into all of the cabinets so you can see what she provides you with. So we can move on to the outside. And this is the view from the kitchen. And this is the view from the living room. Finally, let's get outside to the deck slash balcony slash porch. To the left, you'll see a table with about 6 chairs. And at this point, I realized that Amir and Nicholas and Oreo left me while I was recording, and they headed to the river without me. Moving on with the tour, to the right of the balcony, you will find some more seating area and a grill. And now let's look at the beautiful view. At the end of the porch, you will see the stairs that lead up to the parking area. But before you get to the end, there is another walkway down that leads to the basement area where you will find the wood, the jacuzzi, the fire pit and seating area, and the stairs that lead to the river. If you use the jacuzzi, make sure you take a shower first to remove all body oils, and make sure you close the lid when you are done. Oreo, say hi to the people.
She did. You said hi?
She did.
Like, hi.
She did.
You got it?
I don't know if the camera heard her. Oreo was having so much fun exploring. I think that's why she was meowing, because she usually doesn't make much noise. But she was having such a great time exploring. I decided to take Oreo out for a night walk. And you're gonna need a flashlight because I mostly wanted for you guys to see how dark it gets in this area. Oreo really enjoyed this walk, and I wanted to make sure for her to enjoy more of the outdoors before the rain came in. And as you can see, the only light that you will see is the light from the house. The neighbor's house is dark. There's no other light on the riverside. And lastly, I just want to show you where you would take the trash. So when you arrive, she's going to send you a map, and there's going to be a yellow X, and that is where you drive to this trash can. Once you leave the property, you just make a left and you will find this road.
Business? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's strictly for business. A lot of those signs all over. Okay, goodbye.
Zoomed in?
Mm-hmm. There you go. Signs all over, letting you know there's no hunting or fishing. Strictly forbidden. It's all over the sign. All over the trees. Like, who? Was that there yesterday?
It was.
Yeah.
It was everywhere.
I didn't notice that. Now we're going to discuss the pros and cons of the Airbnb. Just so you know, cats are not allowed in this Airbnb. The reason Caitlin allowed me to bring Oreo is because she's only 4 months and Oreo has good behaviors. And she mentioned that they've let people stay with their cats, but they've caused damage. So if you have a cat that's going to be scratching on the walls or on the furniture, and also she has a lot of potted plants, if they're going to be digging in the soil, your cat is not allowed here. And Oreo doesn't do that. She was well behaved. She just liked to climb on the furniture, which is something she doesn't do at home. Right? She doesn't climb on the couches and the tables. But the reason she's doing that is because they're very low. As you can see, Nicholas is sitting on a regular kitchen table chair, and I'm sitting in the sofas in the living room. So they're very low. So if you have weak knees, you're gonna have to sit in these chairs right here. So the inside of the house, the pros is that there's 3 bedrooms. On the Airbnb website, it looks like One of the bedrooms is very small, so I didn't think that anyone would want to sleep in there, but my son actually picked that room. It's a twin size bed that's in the room, and it's very comfortable, and it's the warmest room in the house, right? Once you put the heat up, that room gets really hot. 5 to 6 people can stay in this Airbnb. That's a great thing. The kitchen area fits about 4 people because there's only 4 seats, so then everybody else would sit over here. The space in the Airbnb is pretty good. Everybody will fit comfortably. There's actually 2 bathrooms, one on the top floor and one in the basement. The great part of the basement is that it gives you access right to the hot tub. We didn't use it. And it also gives you access to the steps that take you down to the river. We're along the Delaware River, so that's the view that you're seeing behind us. The con about the inside of the apartment is that the way that the furniture is set up. There's a lot of plants that need to be by the window, obviously, because they need the sunlight. But then the furnitures are very low to the ground. So you're not going to be able to see over the balcony and see the water. The purpose of us staying in this Airbnb is because we wanted to enjoy the view. And it's winter, it's February. So we're going to be mostly indoors. So if you're staying indoors, you want to be able to just view the outside. There's plenty of windows to give you this views. But then the way that the furniture is set up, as you can see, we're sitting on one of the couches and the couches are facing the kitchen, you know, and then you have to look over to your left to look at the view. But the best view is the one you guys are seeing behind us. That's the best view. But what's over here is a TV stand with books and the TV. So the best view, the TV has it, and the plants over here. So the TV has the view and the plants, okay? So that's the only con of the way that is arranged. What do you want to say about the outside of the house, Tom?
It's a jacuzzi at the bottom. I mean, it's a nice view of the river. We came really in the winter time, so if you'd been here in the summertime, then you could have been kayaking, you know. Right. You could have been doing some water activities, but I mean, it's a nice view. Outside is nice. Some stairs to get down to the Delaware River, so I think if you come in the summertime, you'll have a better time in the summertime. But in the wintertime, still a nice view though.
Right. And we didn't really enjoy the outdoors because it started to rain. The check-in is at 4 o'clock, so it's unfortunate that you can't come in earlier if someone is already in the house. So you have to arrive here like at 4 and then try to do some things that day because we only stayed for 2 nights, right? Mm-hmm. We came on Monday and today's Wednesday, so we're leaving. And then Tuesday, we left early to go to the supermarket because we didn't do that on the day we arrived, which we should have, like I mentioned. But on Tuesday, it started raining. So I wanted to build a fire. And she actually has a book here, even though we don't need it because Amir's a Boy Scout. She has the book of building fires right on the table here in the living room. So if you don't know how to build a fire, this book is helpful. She has a lot of wood underneath the house that we saw, right? It's right near the jacuzzi. And the great thing again is that the access to the basement takes you to where you could get the wood. And also in the basement, she has the kayak. And she has tubes as well. So you should know how to swim. You don't want to get in the river and not know how to swim. But yes, like Nicholas said, if you arrive here in the summertime, you'll be able to enjoy the outdoors because we would have had our breakfast and our dinner and our lunch out in the balcony. And then we could have enjoyed more of the outdoors. So when we were driving around to go to the supermarket, we didn't really see much, right? It's not like New York City that you go stay in some place and you drive and then, look, like, you know, it's not that like that.
It's only a museum around here.
Right.
And the supermarket.
Right. We drove around and then you found, how did you find the museum?
No maps. Showing what's around the area.
Oh, right, yeah. So he just checked his maps to see what's around the area because we went to Pete's Marketplace. Mm-hmm. At Pete's Marketplace, the people are very nice, very kind. We actually took Oreo with us and she was a star. Everybody was like, oh my gosh, she is so cute. You know, so they spent a lot of time talking to Oreo. But they're very nice in there. Nicholas actually picked up some Chinese food next door and then he found that there was a museum nearby. So we drove there, but it was closed and it was a Tuesday. Mm-hmm. So the best thing if we suggest for you to do is when you arrive here is that Caitlin does provide you with this book like she does in every of her Airbnbs, I'm assuming, because we stayed at the Little A and I'm going to link it up here if you haven't seen the tour on that Little A. She could provide you with a binder of things to do. Hiking, shops, anything that is nearby for you to do. So I would suggest, if you don't plan ahead, to when you come in to the Airbnb, settle down, open up that binder and look at what else you can do around. Because we didn't do that. We just assumed that we could just drive around. I think that's why we didn't really look at the binder, see what we could do. We could drive around and find something, but you're not gonna find anything just driving. You have to open up that book, the binder, and look for things to do. Hiking, whatever else was in the binder, because I really didn't look at it. But I would suggest for you to do that, because then you're going to be stuck in the house not knowing what to do. Do we recommend for you to stay here at the River House at Beach Lake, Pennsylvania? What do you think, hon?
I would recommend it. I said, especially if you want a break from city life and you want to come get some fresh air with a nice view, I would recommend it.
Yeah, so will I. I do recommend for you to come with just you and your husband, partner, whoever the person is, or with the family, with whoever you want to fit into the Airbnb, family members or friends. The view is very nice, it's very soothing. But I would recommend for you to come in the summertime, the spring or the summer. If you were a winter person, which is fine, if you like the winter, hopefully it's not raining, because then that will put a damper on the things you want to do. So the winter is fine as well, because we came in the winter and we wanted to just stay outside and build a fire, but we couldn't do that. And we are about to leave. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. Checkout is at 12. So that's another thing. Check-in is at 4, but checkout is at 12, which is great. That gives you an extra hour, because usually checkout is at 11 a.m. She gives you an extra hour to check out. But we're going to be leaving soon, because there's supposed to be a snowstorm coming this way, so we don't want to get stuck. So that's another thing about the winter out here. Also, the roads. We're going to cut into some videos of you to see how the roads are. The roads are very narrow up here and very steep, and they do not have railings. Some parts of the road do not have railings. So you're gonna want to, once you're getting close and your GPS says it's about 15 to 10 minutes in, once it gets to 10 minutes, you're gonna want to start driving 20 miles and below, because there's a lot of potholes on the road and you don't want to hit one and scurry off the road and you're gonna end up in the ditch, and it's a deep ditch and you're not gonna make it. Sorry, it's RIP to you, and your face is gonna be on t-shirts. So
Not so much.
it's a truth. So just slow down, basically, just slow down, because the roads, you are not familiar with the roads, you're not from around this area, so you're going to want to slow down to 10 miles an hour. I'm not even kidding. If there's people behind you, they're honking, don't worry, they're going to know you're from out of state. You probably won't see a lot of people. The road is very secluded. It's only the people that live around here, and honestly, while we were here, we only saw a FedEx truck that came through this area. But other than that, we have not seen anyone. Not the house right next to us. When you come in, you're gonna see another house, like literally like a few feet away, and no one's in the house. We did not see the lights on, we didn't see anyone come out. And there's also a house to the right of us, and it's just like 3 houses down by the river. We saw that the lights were on, but we didn't see anyone. So honestly, there's not gonna be a lot of people around here around this time. I'm assuming in February. They probably use this area for the summer, right? They're probably off in Florida somewhere enjoying the warm weather and then coming back. Oh, that's another thing, that we did not see a lot of young people. Young meaning like my son's age, 16-year-olds, 20-year-olds, even people our age in our 30s. We only saw senior citizens. Like everyone that we saw were people that were probably retired, right? It was a Tuesday when we went shopping. It was like around 11 o'clock in the morning, and it was mostly senior citizens shopping to get their groceries. We didn't go around to see any activities, so you're really coming here to relax, to unplug, to enjoy the view. We would recommend for you to stay here at the River House by Camp Caitlin.
So this concludes our review of the Airbnb. So we hope you guys enjoyed this tour and review.
And make sure you comment down below and let us know other places you would like us to review. And please like and subscribe. Okay, Jason.
All right, dang, Jason.
All right, Jason. He drowned in the lake. By Camp Cataline. Cataline. Why are I always saying her name Cataline? Cataline. It's Caitlin. So we would recommend for you to come to the River House by Kate.
I'm good? I'm going over there. I thought I was
Cam, Caitlin. Okay.
Like and subscribe.
Okay, so no, that's at the end. All right, so
It's
now
cold
we're
right now.
gonna.
I think
So
it-
now
So we hope you guys enjoyed this tour and review.
speak louder because we have a mic. Okay.
Yes, boss.
Come on, nice and loud.
Ready? We hope you guys enjoyed this tour
Nice
and
and
review.
loud and like. Okay, nice and loud and just.
I'm throwing this late.
We hope you guys enjoyed this tour and review.
What you say? You gonna throw me in the lake?
You just said it.
Okay.
You said-
Yeah. So. All right. So I talked a lot. Let's check this out.
Yeah, you come.
I did talk too much. I'm about to try this out.